how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some UnderRail, shall we? Well, here we are in the forward base camp of the expedition, and I think I'm going to take the advice of some very wonderful friends, Jean-Luc, Key. I can't remember if Rob said anything about this specifically, but it's time to... Oh yes, Rob did make this point earlier about the shield. It's time to get a new shield for myself. So my shield is a high-frequency shield emitter, and this means that it's great against lasers and guns, things that move fast. But it is not good against things that move slow, like primitive weapons, and my goodness, we just saw primitive weapons abound from the attacks that we're getting assaulted with from the indigenous folk around this area. At least, I mean, they are indigenous. I don't know if the high-tech Civ that wiped out here earlier was also indigenous, and they were fighting with those, you know, more Luddite types as well, or I don't know what the scenario is, but either way, we're going to be fighting them more. And so we need bio resistance, which we have a pretty good amount on if we want to put on our boots, and we have a fair amount from this. And this armor here that they gave us, the Aegis Sec stuff, is good against guns, but we're going to need to build a shield that's a low frequency emitter so that it's good against slow incoming things. I remember a comic I read years and years ago. I believe it was Predator 2... no, I'm sorry, The Punisher 2000. Like, they were, you know, re-releasing a lot of comic IPs around the 2000 switch, and it might have even been earlier than that or whatever, but anyway, the Punisher was fighting some enemy, and they had purchased the best shield that money could buy, and it was like a high efficiency, a high frequency shield where the Punisher would shoot and shoot and shoot, and all the shots would bounce off, and the enemy was just laughing at the Punisher like, haha, you can't get me, you know, and then the Punisher just grabs him and is like, I can't shoot you, but if I stab you nice and slow, then your shield won't protect you. And that's exactly what he does to take care of that enemy, and we need to not have the same mistake happen to us. We need a shield that works. So we're going to have both shields in case pirates assault us, because it seems like pirates are also a problem. So we'll have a nice high frequency shield and a low one. I don't really care about a medium one just yet, maybe someday. But anyway, it's a lot of talk about the fact that I want a low frequency shield. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink the brew. And my guess is that somewhere in this base camp there is indeed a rift so that I can, you know, teleport here. There might not be, but I'm gonna walk around and look. It'll be on a square. No, don't open the box. It'll be on a square that I can see, and we'll probably be on one screen or so off of the main screen, because I'll be able to see the teal outline. Now, I could just look for it, you know, myself, I guess, first without drinking the brew, but I really feel good about the fact that we'll find it. Providing there is a rift out here to find. I don't know if they added one to the expansion, but it would seem odd if they just, you know, didn't put that in. So, I'm going to move around in like a tight circle around the main area, trying to avoid a fight, of course. I'm not I'm not looking to scrap with anyone. Just looking for a way to pop back to my base. And if there isn't something like that, then okay, whatever, that's fine. I can always just take the boat right here back to Core City, I assume, and then, you know, walk to my house and no harm done. This tent feels cold, and a strong, sickening odor permeates the air. Oh, this is like the graveyard place. Okay, yeah, I probably want to go in there. Alright, let's just look here. I still don't see a rift out here. If I do have to just, you know, take the boat, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to speed myself up. I know, at least I'm pretty sure that when you speed up, like, your movement speed, it's also speeding up the game's clock, so that, you know, my rift will wear off faster. But I'm okay with that. Now, where does this go? Yeah, this looks like totally the kind of place where the rift would be. If there was one, it would be up here. Maybe it's up one more? Ah, I knew it. This is exactly how they do it. They put it, like, not where other people can see it, kind of off the beaten path, and we got it. Attune it. Perfect. Alright. I need to go to my house, and I want to see if I have the equipment required to build a low-frequency shield with my gear. So we'll go upstairs, and let's check the shelves. Alright, so I'm going to just make this crafting, and I will open up my own inventory and go over to crafting. I don't have anything on me at the time. Can I drag this out? It'd be nice if I could, like, make this box larger somehow. No, I can't even move it. That's fine. Okay, well, if I sort it, maybe I can get the pieces together. Alright, okay, here we go. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, this is a very high capacity shield capacitor. This is a pretty high quality low shield modulator. Here's my base. And I'll take out the other low one. I think that's everything I can use for a shield. Okay, so then let's go downstairs. If I don't have the right stuff, or I can't make a decent one, I can always go to the shops and, you know, do all that jazz. Okay, let me go into the crafting screen. And I'm going to make a shield. What is this called? Efficiency shield emitter. Alright, well. Here we go. Alright. So we need to add this. And we need to add this. And... oh, I forgot to get energy core. Okay. Okay. Well, that's a shame. I was missing one piece. You know what I should have done is just looked at the ingredients before I went downstairs, but you can't have everything. Alright, I have a bunch of energy cores. I'll put in the highest quality one, I guess. I'm going to take both just in case. In case I can't craft it. Alright. Alright, what will this make me? This will make me a 475 capacity conservative low. Why is it so bad, though? No, I don't want this. Alright. This is bad, too. Man. I wonder what is going on, why the capacity is so bad. I just don't have the right ingredients, then. Like, these modulators must just be such poor quality that I'm getting garbage in return. It's because, you know, the shielding turns out to be 20 for very low. And that's just not good at all. Okay. So I'm going to lose... You know what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to end up losing my Rift. But it's okay. I'll buy some more. I'm going to throw money at this problem. I'm going to go to the shops and see if I can get some better emitters. Like some shield emitter pieces. Because these are just not doing it for me. Do you have any? No, you don't have anything good. Okay, that's fine. I feel like I can craft this, so I don't want to go, you know, someplace else. Okay. Well, you know what? It's better than these. It's actually better than these. Okay, so maybe when you make a low one, it's just not, like, the capacity is just low. And I just need to, you know, deal with it. Everything that this guy, that these, well, okay, wait. This is good. So I'll take this. And then... But everything else that they're selling is not good. I'll buy one blueprint. Alright, trade. Okay. So that's sort of okay. I could go to Oculus and see what they're selling there. And go to some other places. So yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to drink some brew. We're just going to make a little run around. We're not going to mess around with this. We're getting close to, you know, the end of the game. And so I want to have some good stuff. I want to just take advantage of the amount of money that I've collected. Oops, did I not trade with you? I thought I did. My fault. There we go. Alright. Let's go to Oculus. I can also go to, like, Fort Apogee. I've got a lot of places I can look. All right. Yeah, this shield capacitor is extremely high quality. It's 106. Oh, actually, I have 105, so that's not... I don't think I need to freak out about that then. No, nothing here is blowing me away. He will buy blueprints, though, so there's that. Alright. So we can just kind of dance around. This is fine. I can always go to the Gray Army military base and just, you know, mow people down. The expedition itself sells things. 93, 81. That's actually interesting. Like a headband for just telekinetic punch. 81 is, you know, slightly better than my other one. And this is 93, which, 88, 45. Wow, now I feel bad for buying the one that I did buy, I guess. It's hard to know what you'll see out there. Alright. How many of these monies do I have? Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I have plenty of those monies. Alright, great. I don't think that the other merchant here sells electronic parts. I think he just sells, like, general weapon stuff, so, I'll just go a few more places before I finish this up. Yeah, Buzzer might have some good stuff, to be honest. You never know. Alright. Oh, that's right. He sells you the premium stuff, too. So there's that. Maybe, actually... You know what? I'm being a fool. Oh, no. This plasma core that I took out that I have is an insane quality. Never mind. That's not the problem. Alright. Let's see. What are the chances he just doesn't have any low... low modulators that I need? Huh. Alright. I'll just buy some different stuff, just to see what kind of a shield I can make. I'm just in a generous mood right now with my items. Very, very free. Spending money willy-nilly to do this crafting project. It's fun to be a high roller. I think actually this guy sells this kind of stuff. Yeah. You looking to buy anything of mine, though? Can I sell you anything cool? I can. Let's see. Nah, but I don't want to. Alright, move over here. Miles, yeah, that's the guy. Alright, Miles, you got anything for me? You do have a 71 low, but that's it. So, it's kind of a disappointment. Okay. Well, I'm going to be satisfied with that then, and I'm just going to make a shield and go back to the expedition. Now, Key was warning me that the expedition, at least, you know, by the time you get to the end, becomes very, very difficult. And so, I might not expect to do that part, but I can do a little bit more before I, you know, bail. Okay, so this is going to be low capacity if I make this, but it will have 24. And I could get much higher capacity, but lower shielding. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to try the wow. No, let's go this way. Yeah, I like higher conversion rate, higher capacity. I'm going to do it this way. And I'll just make one. I can always make more later. Alright, so what did we make? We made this. No. We made this. Oh god. This is what we made. 13,000. It actually sells for almost as much as the other shield that we made. It's like our premium shield. And so that tells me that we did a pretty decent job. Like, even if we didn't do the best job, that we can rest assured that, you know, we put good stuff into it. Alright, great. And unfortunately, I do need a drink again to get back, but I bought some more, so... In terms of the drink, we're doing okay. Alright, let's get back here. Alright, now I feel good about this whole expedition in the sense that we have a better shield for it. Oh, that's the oddities, yeah, okay. Alright, so let me, I'm going to save it on a new file here. And we'll just kind of equip our low efficiency, or not low efficiency, but low frequency shield instead of our high. And then I might want to have on my better bioresist. We'll see what the next battle entails. So I need to talk to Jeremy Seeger about some NFT data. His tent is east of the medical tent. Okay, so here's the medical tent. So does that mean he's next door? I guess. That's Dr. Savage, yikes. And that's the surgeon. Do you have any... I wonder if he has any psionic things. This man, covered in blood of various shades of red, draws tranquility from a cigarette, which has almost been reduced to what appears to be its filter, a small red tube that has "Acti-Filter" written on it. The doc presses a button on the side of it to release and discard the cigarette's carcass right at the top of an ashtray graveyard. The tranquility was brief and clears with the smoke, and he speaks to you in a low-spirited, coarse baritone voice. "There goes the last one," he sighs. It's always impressive when you meet a medical professional who smokes. He observes you briefly. "We haven't met. I'm Dr. Bryn Savage. Don't even think about making any jokes, okay? Tell me, how bad is it?" It's quite savage. I'm looking for some supplies. Here. Alright, he does not sell any psionics like other medics do in the game, so that's fine. He does have coagulation shot, which I'll buy that. I don't even know what that means or does, but okay. And let's see. Do you want anything from me? Oh, you actually buy this stuff. Alright. Sure. Thanks, buddy. And we'll just use that blueprint. And let's go to the east. I don't need to talk to Dr. Savage right now. Alright, maybe this is the tent. It is. Seeger. Oh, look at this dude. They got some new art for the portraits. An alluring scent invites you inside. It's rich, pleasant, and strong enough to draw a hopper out of its crevice. It's like coffee, but smells infinitely better than the dark brown dust mixed with water consumed throughout South UnderRail. This is something from the north, and if the delightful aroma is any indication, tasting it has got to be quite an experience. Continue. You take a step toward the man sitting at the desk, looking at letters and numbers and symbols of various kinds scrolling across his screen. He hears you and turns around, and in his hand, a tea flask of smoking black liquid. It is coffee, after all. Are you Jeremy Seeger? Professor Oldfield told me to see you. And he says, yo, you need something? Yeah, that the one. You gotta be one of the new sect troopers, huh? Well, welcome to the Hell's Gut, man. That name seems more and more appropriate the more time we spend here. Am I right now? Well, anyway, what have you got for me? Professor Oldfield wants to know if you've compiled the recovered data for him. We were under attack, man. Now, I may be a kind person that rarely lifts my ass from the chair, but even I'm not that extreme to sit here and sift through that stuff while people are dying, like, around me. He turns to the computer and opens a file, sighing. But yeah, I do have some of the important bits sorted. I'll send it to him as soon as the network's back. He glanced at one of his monitors and raises his eyebrows. Oh, Marcus sorted the power. Extra. Sending it now. What is this about, really, the data? The professor mentioned it's some kind of a breakthrough discovery. Oh yes, you betcha. You see, ever since we got here, we've been trying to find a way to enter that building just across from my tent. The keep. Oh, I see it. The panel by the gate is totally unresponsive, and the walls are extremely thick and sturdy. Hey, the building did survive the biocore assault on the island after all, and, you know, we don't just want to blow things up in here unless we really gotta. Now, the building's still got power, okay, as we're easily picking up that on our instruments, but so far we haven't found a way to interface with that panel until I recovered this data. According to it, the panel is actually a scanner which authenticates a person based on a small active radio frequency identification, or ARFID microchip that is most often implanted on the right hand. So if we find one of those microchips or learn to... Wait an Xing second, why am I telling you all this? Gesture to him to proceed. Well, okay, we find a working chip and we're in. All other NFT facilities should work the same way, so we'll be able to gain access to those as well if we can get through the natives, okay? Anyway, it seems every NFT citizen had an implant. These implants also contain some other personal data, but that is of secondary importance right now. NFT citizen. I'm sure they said it before, and I can look through my notes, but I forget what NFT meant. So where do we find one of these chips? Well, now that's an ascending two-note sound interrupts your conversation, and something flashes on the bottom of his right screen. Excuse me for a moment, it's the professor. He puts his coffee aside and his headset on, adjusts the microphone, and clicks the flashing icon on his screen. A window pops up, its top right corner bearing what appears to be the University of Dis logo, an outline of a frontal view of a grandiose building placed in a circle under which University of Dis is written in a serif font. Then the face of Professor Oldfield appears, speaking words only Seeger can hear. Yes, sir? You did? He turns to you, still talking to the professor. Huh? Yes, he's here. I'll tell him. He is still facing you, but his gleaming eyes are looking through you. Oh, thank you, sir, he smiles. I know. I am well aware of that, sir. XL. I dropped the comm once the attack started and broke it. Yes, I understand. What did the professor say? Just as you open your mouth, his face disappears behind a broad smile. Really? Yes, sir. Thank you again, sir. Extra. Yes, yes, I'll tell him what you said. Goodbye. What'd he say? That you should see him now. Anyway, you stopped it. Now that's the... Actually, the professor will fill you in on the rest. Come on, man. This is getting ridiculous. You better go see the professor. I better get going then. Okay, see ya. Alright. New information, everybody. We got new information from University of Dis, Professor Oldfield. You're here, Dr. Incompetent. Good, good. Seeger just sent me the files. I hope I'm finally going to learn a bit more about what's happening here. Certainly, that is why I've asked you to come to my tent. I wanted to explain to you what this whole situation is about, what its purpose is, as well as the details of your first mission, for, after all, unless you have sufficient wider knowledge on the subject of our interest here, one cannot expect from you to perform optimally, can he? I've been receiving bits and pieces here which have sparked my interest. Excellent. Some 3 to 3.5 centuries ago, this whole sea, this whole enormous cavern was chosen as the location of a major NFT project. The abbreviation standing for New Frontier Technologies. There we go, finally. Okay. You know, with me, I keep thinking they're somehow referring to non-fungible tokens, but I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. A supercorporation that can be said to have been comparable to Biocorp in its power and influence, to Biocore and the other 4 supercorporations, to be exact. Other 4? Security Agency, Bionic Institute, Nucleus Corporation, Transcendix. Alongside Biocorp and NFT, they were the the T6, the 6 supercorporations of the pre-descent times, the old world, if you prefer. NFT is the one we will focus on. Wow, okay. I'm sure I'd get more information on this later in the game, but this idea, like pre-descent, I think this might be the first time that I've at least been aware of that reference, and, you know, explaining why we're under the ground. Pre-descent times, so there were some corporations above ground, and something happened, and we had to move underground, and they survived and kind of maintained for a while, and then Biocore seems to have won out overall for a bit. New Frontier Technologies is, or was, I should be more accurate, a supercorporation primarily dedicated to discovering, exploring, and populating new environments, worlds mankind could only dream of making their homes. They developed technologies that would allow them to adapt these environments to the needs of mankind, but also do it in such a fashion as to preserve it as much as possible, or, in case of barren, desolate places, to breathe new life into them and turn them into something greater. They were explorers, visionaries, futurists, and often follows, utopists. We do not, or might not ever know, where they had expanded following the descent, and whether they have met any success, but the one place they've settled in now that we know of is right here, under the surface, in this sea where, sadly, their success no longer resides. What was this place called? It must have had a name in NFT's time. We don't know, unfortunately. No records exist that could tell us that. The name we academics use is the Black Sea Project, but that is just how we've designated it. We hope that will change soon, though, after we learn more about this place and what had happened here. You mentioned something about Biocore military. Are they responsible for all this? Yes, it has been known for years with great certainty that it was Biocore's navy that had demolished NFT's facilities and killed, for all we know, the entire population. It was a holocaust. This very island was the first and last stand NFT had made before their demise. Wow. The exact reasons for this brutal, merciless act are still under debate, but the best substantiated and thus most popular hypothesis is that Biocore had seen NFT as competition and sought to eliminate them. Some scholars say that they had been in conflict even before the descent, but then again, there is also strong evidence suggesting the exact opposite, he shrugs. What is a fact is that BioCore was the one who initiated the attack on NFT after discovering their facilities here. That much we know from the Central Archive records, but more on these some other time. Let us remain focused, for we could go on forever on this subject. He takes a sip of water from a plastic cup that's been on his desk since she came in. So far, we've established what NFT was, what their vision was, and that the Black Sea is one of the locations, if not the only, where they attempted to realize it. What follows is their demise at the hands of BioCore military might, after which things became rather dark, unclear. Our mission here is to unearth history, to piece together the events that had led to NFT inhabiting this place following the descent, to learn what happened during their reign and what their technological achievements were, what they discovered. Not only that, but also what happened in subsequent years after they had ceased to be. BioCore slowly abandoned the Black Sea after making sure their enemies would not rise again, but we don't know why. They never exploited any of the NFT achievements here, nor expanded into the area themselves. Why? This place has been shunned ever since, and there has to be a reason. There are many questions that await answers, and we hope the expedition will bring us just that. Answers. Your ultimate mission, Dr. Incompetent, no matter the recovery or escort job you might have been sent on, is to bring us history, technology, art. Have you seen the enthralling sculptures that still guard their long-dead creators? The lighthouses, proud and beautiful, guiding even those they were not built to guide? They produced so much, and it would be a shame not to preserve such marvels. Their technology, born out of the super-steel will to tame the untamable, their technology could illuminate this dark world for us like we've never imagined. He drinks some more water. Goodness me, even despite the dangers, right now I personally wouldn't be anywhere else but here. Frankly, Professor, I can't wait to get started. You've got me all hyped up now. Excellent. That kind of spirit is precisely what we need. Now, with that out of the way, let's proceed to your mission. Seeger has recently managed to recover data from one of the NPCs. He also shared with me the thing you were going to say. Oh, I see. How much did he manage to tell you before I video called him? He told me that the NFT personnel were implanted with these microchips and that they can be used to open the keep and the other facilities. He didn't tell me where to get one, though. Ah, good. As far as we know, all the personnel had them implanted in their right hand between the root of the thumb and the index finger. But the problem is that all of the bodies we found on the island either had missing or damaged limbs as a consequence of the battle in which they fell. Those that had an intact right hand had microchips that are sadly no longer in a functional state. Finding bodies is a difficult task since it seems that the largest battle occurred here, right on this island. Those who did not participate have remained locked in the facilities, most probably, and these facilities we cannot open. Most, I should say, because there is one, the West Storage Depot. Hold on, Chief Briggs mentioned a whole recovery team going after this. Shouldn't we all be briefed? The Chief has been busy, so I'm not aware if he's assembled a team yet. Regardless, everyone else has been briefed about the things we just discussed. I've told you my part, the rest is up to Chief Briggs. See him in his tent. I forwarded the data Seeger sent me. He checks his computer. Yes, I did. There. That is all I had for you. Do you have any further questions? Our discussion was most interesting, but I'll head straight to Chief Briggs' tent. Goodbye. There's a lot of things I'm of course curious about, but I want to get more information by diving into the expedition. Take care. I want to find out, by going in and opening up one of these facilities. Alright, Briggs. Which one is his tent? There he is. Dr. Incompetent. Professor Oldfield sent me to see you, sir. You finished his task? Yes, sir. He also explained to me our mission here and introduced me to my first assignment before sending me here. Very good. Have you collected your gear from Marcus? Yes. Very good. Your assignment is to find a working microchip so that we can pass the authentication and authorization scan in order to enter the keep and other facilities, if the data Seeger has recovered is correct, but we have little reason to doubt it at this point. You might have noticed that there is no one else present with us. That's because you will be going on this mission alone. Awesome. Alone? I'll give you the reason in just a moment. The West Storage Depot is where we're likely to find one of those microchips, since it's the only facility that's currently accessible. However, during our original recon of the Black Sea, we've noticed several locations where engagements between NFT and Biocore forces have taken place. There could be bodies there with functional microchips, but we'll need to do a more thorough search of the areas. These locations are close to native territory, so I'll dispatch one heavily armed recovery team to investigate these locations as soon as I'm done with you. Meanwhile, West Storage Depot is located not too far from here, and while not free of danger, it's less likely to turn into a war zone. Therefore, we'll have several locations covered, which increases our chances of finding these microchips. If we're able to do that quickly and before the natives are able to reconsolidate their forces and attack us again, we will be able to withdraw all teams back to the camp in time for our defense. Understood. What can you tell me about the West Storage Depot? It's currently home to a community of muties. We haven't tried making any contact with them so far. You'll be our first representative. Our jet ski patrols have approached the island a few times, and while the muties did not respond with hostility, it doesn't mean that they won't to your presence, especially not after this attack. We don't know anything of their relations with the natives, but all our observations so far have shown the area to be free of natives. To summarize, you're to sail west to B7. Enter the NFT facility and attempt to obtain a functional RFID microchip. If the muties are cooperative, try to extract any useful information for them. How you choose to accomplish your assignment is up to you. This concludes your briefing. Sec Trooper Jenkins is back from patrol and is waiting for you at the docks to give you the keys to your jet ski. You will need it to reach the island. Jet ski? I don't know if you call them here differently, but I'm talking about single-seat jet-propelled vessels. You've seen them at the dock. I don't know how to ride it. The ones we use are quite simple to operate. Jenkins will tell you all you need to know. That should be all. Alright. So long. Okay, cool. Well, it sounds like I'm about to get a jet ski. So that's good. Here's the jet skis. Where's this dude? Jenkins. Sec Trooper Dr. Incompetent, I'm Sec Trooper Jenkins. Pleased to meet you. The Chief sent me here to receive the keys to one of the jet skis. Have you ridden one before? No. Don't worry. While there are many different types of jet skis, the one you'll be using is fairly simple to operate. You put the key into the ignition, start it, hold the bars with both hands, and press the levers behind them to accelerate. Most jet skis do not have brakes. You simply release the levers, and the force of the water will stop it fast. Jet skis are simple to operate, but it takes some time getting used to riding them. Also, don't make sudden turns until you gain some experience, okay? Now, while technically you can use a variety of types of energy cells to charge a jet ski, it's best to use high-capacity fusion cells. These have been specifically designed to be used with vehicles and large machinery. What else? If your jet ski runs out of power, don't worry. Your backup generator will automatically kick in. It will allow your jet ski to move, but it's going to be very, very slow. You'll be using one of the two makeshift jet skis we acquired recently. What? Give me a good one. Yours is the larger one. Don't let its appearance deceive you. They are mechanically in good condition. But I thought I was going to get one of the good ones. They are far too valuable to be given to an inexperienced personnel. For now, you will be using the one I showed you. I understand. Can I get the keys now? Yes, here you are. He hands you the jet ski key. If you need energy cells to recharge your jet skis, see Marcus. And remember, it's best to use high-capacity fusion cells for maintenance, repairs, and technical inquiry. Talk to Ladleman. That's all the time I have. I need to return to my patrol duties soon. Good luck, Sec Trooper. And take care of your jet. Good luck to you as well, Sec Trooper Jenkins. She nods and leaves. Alright, she's gone. So, I have my own Aegis Scrap Jet Ski Key. Now, in terms of high capacity fusion cells, I have some greater fusion cells, I guess. Yeah, this is what they mean. So I have 2 of them, so that should be good enough for this thing for now. Oh, wow. Look at that person just streaming in. Awesome. Okay, let's hop on, I guess. And, alright, here's my... Wow, look at this. So I have a scrap jet. Here's my durability, and here's my battery. Let me save it. And did they even tell me, like, what direction to go? Okay. I guess it says west, and it says coordinates B7. If I look at the map, I mean... This map is not... doesn't have the coordinates, but I'm hoping it's just right over here. Yeah, who knows? We'll just look around. B7, huh? Those are Aegis troopers. Okay, so I can clean my pants. I thought they might be pirates or something awful. Alright, let's go west, I guess. Okay, is this it? Muty Refuge. Yep, this looks like it. Alright, let's get off. Alright, and yeah, there's an exiled Muty guard. Cool, so maybe we can have peaceable negotiations with them. Alright, so I'm going to save the game right here. And we're going to dive into talking to these muties next time. So what we did, everybody, was build ourselves a nice shield and get ready for... Oh, let me put some energy in my shield. Okay, so what we did was we built ourselves a shield, and we are now charged up. I might want to use a different shield if the muties have guns and such, but we'll see what happens. And we learned a lot about the story for the expedition, and I have to say, I really think the story is cool, and I'm excited to learn about NFT, what happened here with BioCore, try to get the microchip, and make some more progress. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an excellent evening or day, and I'll check you guys next time in Let's Play UnderRail. Take care.